And hello, humans. Welcome to the What's Your Pitch podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Andarza, and I'm here with Eddie and Cesar. And this is our first episode. We are coming to you live from our
Individual homes.
because we are locked in from the coronavirus. I don't know. I feel like it's a touchy subject that we shouldn't be going too crazy over or focusing on, but it's kind of the catalyst as to why this exists, or at least is attempting to be birthed out of our collective birth canals right now. So, just to give you a rundown of what this podcast is pretty much I'm going to come up with a film title, and Eddie and Cesar are going to pitch to me their version of that film. Now, as we proceed from different episodes, we're probably going to switch around who comes up with the film title and who pitches. That way we get a little bit more of a,
Variety.
a little bit more of a switch in the dynamic. But I'll tell you right now, if you guys have any good ideas that you want to send our way for possible film titles, let us know. And you can reach out to us at all our social media at White Elephant Group. We are on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Zoom, Skype, Facebook, Friendster, LiveJournal, Tumblr, MySpace, whatever you want to reach out, we got you. But for this episode, I'm going to bring, I think this is going to be Oscar worthy. You guys are the ones who are going to have to make it Oscar worthy for us.
Based on this.
Yeah.
Kevin, before we start, can you explain to the audience how you came up, or how did we come up with this idea?
Oh, yeah. So this is an idea. Eddie, Cesar, and I all are filmmakers, and we work on sets a lot. And the mantra on sets is hurry up and wait. So we were pretty good at the hurry up part, but the wait part was always the struggle for us. So we had to come up with something to keep us entertained while we waited. So what we would do is we would essentially come up with film titles, and we would have to pitch to the other person what they thought that film would be. So pretty much this kind of evolved into like a continuous game that we would play. And we would play it in the office, we'd play it on set. So we decided we'd just record it and present it to you guys as hopefully a form of entertainment, if not a form of torture. Either way, I'll take credit for it. So with that being said, I'm going to give you the title, and I want you guys to pitch to me. And this has to be Oscar worthy. It has to be nominated for an Academy Award. So you need to guarantee this to me. And okay, if I like it or not, I will green light it.
Okay.
So the film title is The Lonely Stool.
The Lonely Stool? Like a bar stool?
I don't know. The Lonely Stool. You have to interpret that as whichever way you want.
Oh my goodness. Eddie, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I will start the pitch for The Lonely Stool, which will play or be nominated for the 2021 Oscars. So, The Lonely Stool starts in Montana. There is a cowboy named Derek. His family owned a bar for years. It was passed down from his great-grandfather to his grandfather and to his father, and now to him. But the problem is that all the cowboys have left Montana for better jobs in the city, and he's one of the last cowboys left. The bar that used to be packed is now empty, and there's one stool that only gets sat on by the one regular customer, Beth Ann. Beth Ann is a lonely cowboy girl who comes to the bar and sits in the same chair, same stool every day just to flirt with Derek the cowboy. All right, you gotta take it from there, bro. That was a tough start.
That was rough. I have a better idea for The Lonely Stool.
Okay.
And this is Oscar worthy, okay?
Okay.
This is guaranteed an Oscar. Okay. So basically, this is gonna be an animated film. Okay.
Okay.
By the same production company that brought you Minions and Despicable Me.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. The Lonely Stool. I don't know if you guys know this, but in medical terms, stool is also how they refer to poop.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So the Lonely Stool is this guy is constipated all the time, right? And he can only drop one little piece of stool at a time. That's the Lonely Stool.
Wait, the guy is
Wait.
constipated and can only drop one piece of poop?
Yes.
So
Okay.
is the poop alive? Like we're gonna follow the adventures
Well,
of the
this is
poop?
animated. It's like you ever see that Seth Rogen movie where the animated sausage
Yeah, sausage
talks?
party.
It's just like this, like Sausage Party,
So we're gonna
but
follow a
instead
poop.
of a poop, what's the journey from the poop? Nobody knows where the poop goes. You get what I'm saying? Usually, the poop has a journey from the toilet to wherever the fuck it ends up. Nobody knows where it ends up. This is the animated movie that'll solve that. But it's gonna be the Lonely Stool, just one little poop by itself, looking at all the other poops as they come together from the tunnels of wherever the toilet takes you.
So you're saying it's kind of like Finding Nemo meets
Sausage party.
Minions meets Sausage Party.
Yes.
So I think you're onto something, but I think, like, is it a journey of discovery? Is it a journey of friendship? Like, what's the moral of this? Because remember, we need to Oscar bait the shit out of the Academy with this.
Well,
So
yes, the Oscar is gonna be best animation because we're gonna animate the poop, all the different textures of poop. We're gonna animate it greatly. But the moral of the story is simple, bro. The Lonely Stool, all he wants is to be surrounded by other stools, right? He looks at the other stools. He's like, "Why am I alone?" He doesn't know why his creator was constipated, so he's like, "Why am I alone?" Right? But then the moral of the story is gonna be like, you need to love yourself. Stop looking for love in others. Love yourself. You start with yourself, and that's how you'll find happiness. The Lonely Stool.
Love your poop.
So do you think there's like a scene where like he comes out and he's trying to go back in to where he came from?
What? No, that's awful.
Yeah, they always have, like, right before you reach the climax, the third act, when you reach the biggest down point, it's that he's trying to go back and he can't go back, and he's like trying to go back in, and he finally gives up, and it's like the lowest point of the film. I'm telling you, this is how we have to bait for an Academy Award. You have to do something like this.
Yeah, like towards the end of the run, he's like, "Why am I alone?" And the half of the movie is like him going back through the sewers, trying to find out why he's a lonely stool.
Well, I think
It's a
he
journey
needs
of
to find-
self-discovery.
Yeah, I think he needs to find out where he came from. Because, I mean, if you're a poop and you fall into a sewer, you were just born a second ago. It's like you were just given birth to. So he doesn't understand why he's on this planet, where he came from, what he is.
Yeah.
So he needs to try to discover where he came from and what his purpose is.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Okay. All right. This is awesome. So the movie starts and someone at a hospital poops him out, or does it not matter where the poop comes from?
It should be at a hospital because that's where they call poop stool.
Stool. Got it. So we're in a hospital bed, and there's an old man who poops into one of those trays that they put under you at the hospital. What is that called?
The bedpan?
Bedpan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. The late
So
night.
he didn't have a natural birth. He
Natural
wasn't
birth.
birthed into a toilet.
No,
He wasn't birthed into a toilet.
I think that there's something about being birthed into a toilet that's kind of more natural than a bedpan. So being put into a bedpan and then taken out of your room to somewhere else feels a lot more of a dangerous exploration or adventure for an animated movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he goes into the pan, and the nurse comes and takes him and throws him out in the medical waste bin.
Yeah.
Throws him into a dump.
It's a tragic beginning, really.
It's a very tragic beginning, especially because the instincts of a baby poop recently born would be that you're going to go into the sewer system, into the water, and continue down your journey. But now he wakes up freshly born in a medical sewage department.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I put a pause in this, because I love this idea. So the one thing I think we need, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think he needs a friend, right? Just because
Yeah,
you're the lonely stool doesn't mean that you're like alone, right? You're the lonely stool. So, and hear me out. This is weird. I'm pulling from some weird shit. Literally. What if his friend is like a piece of corn that's embedded in him that talks like Guado? Is it Guado from Total Recall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Is
like,
it? Am I
okay.
remembering that? Yeah. Am I? I think I'm remembering that correct. If I'm
Yes.
not, please correct me. But
Yeah.
so he like it's almost like Jiminy Cricket, like his conscious, like on his side,
Interesting.
and like
Yes.
he can never see him. Like he's always just off out of reach, so he can never see him. So he only ever hears him.
He just hears
Yeah.
him. So he thinks it's a voice in his head, but it's actually just a piece of corn stuck behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great. This is wonderful.
All right.
That
So
that way, when the story comes to an end, he can look back and be like, "But I always had corn with me.
I always like
I'm not
corn
as
was my best friend all along.
yeah, I'm not as lonely as I thought. I'm not the lonely stool."
Wow. That's kind of beautiful, bro.
I think this is an Oscar winner for sure in the animated category. I think Nick Kroll should be the voice of the stool.
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, we can probably pitch this to Netflix. I mean, if they're willing to do
Yeah.
the Nick Kroll show, why not the Lonely Stool?
Yeah. It's a great story for the kids to love themselves. Stop
Yeah.
looking for acceptance in others. Love yourself. Be like
And
the
it's
lonely stool.
relatable.
Yeah.
It is relatable.
Everyone goes to the bathroom.
Everyone
Mhm.
does. It's like a children's book almost. Everyone goes to the bathroom.
Oh my god. Okay, so
He never makes it back to the hospital to find his owner, does he? Because that's the journey, is that he wants to go back to find where he came from and understand himself. But
Mm.
he has no idea where this hospital is or how to get back there.
I don't know. I don't know if he makes it back. I think it's more about the journey than the destination, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. But where does this journey take him? I mean, does this take place in like a big city like New York or Miami, or does this take place out in the middle of nowhere?
I think it should be a big city.
I think it should be a big city too, because I think at a certain point he can go through the sewers. He can like hop on the back of a garbage truck and explore the city, and go eat hot dogs in New York and go to a
Yeah,
baseball.
and there's that shot that is always in movies when he first walks out to the city, and it's like a shot around him, going around him as he looks up at the marvels of the city, and then it's wonderful. It has this great orchestra, and then all of a sudden a pigeon tries to eat him or something. I don't know.
Yes, yeah. You know what? Maybe instead of taking place in like the actual city, like New York City as we know it, it takes place in the sewers of New York, which are actually its
Yeah.
own little bustling city for like other pieces of like poop and garbage and waste and rats, Like there's still little like
Yes.
hot dog
Yeah.
stands, but they're run by the rats. Or there's still like baseball
Yeah.
games, whatever sport, but they're run by the other pieces of garbage too. So it's like
Yes, that's great.
Subway.
And like all the pigeon poop could be like its own little gang.
Yeah, exactly. And there's these little gangs that try to fight him and stuff and say like you don't belong in this area of the sewer.
Oh, this is wonderful.
And there could even be a little Statue of Liberty built out of like garbage, pieces of
Yeah. Wow, this is. I mean, if this is not your Oscar winner, Kevin, I don't know what is.
I don't know what it is. So
no, I think we're almost there. I think the one thing we need now is all these films have like a musician writing like the theme, like the hit song.
like
So I need a hit song. Like I need a Randy Newman for this.
Okay,
You need a Randy Newman.
So who is gonna write the song for The Last Stool?
The Lonely Stool.
There's two. There has to be like a meta, like somebody writing songs that the Lonely Stool sings when he's like thinking, right?
Oh yeah.
But there also has to be a musical act that's within the movie that
Yes.
he meets.
Like a boy band.
Yeah,
like a
and I
Smash
think
Mouth.
that boy band should be the Lonely Island.
Yes, perfect. Oh my God, this is genius, Cesar. Absolute genius.
But the actual soundtrack should be somebody with a little more cachet to be able to attract the Academy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So someone a little bit old school.
Like an Eminem.
Like an Eminem. Yeah, I mean Eminem.
It could be an Eminem.
It's gotta be hip, bro. It's gotta be hip.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially if it's
And he recently made up with the Academy, so that's a good pick.
Oh, it's true.
And he wrote that dope Venom song.
So that's pretty awesome. I think we should have a bunch of New York hip hop artists join the soundtrack, you know? So we can almost turn the album into like some kind of mixtape. We can have like Wu-Tang in there, have some Biggie songs in there.
MF Doom.
MF Doom, absolutely. I think it'll be like a New York movie set in the sewers of New York.
Yeah. There could be a poop version of Biggie.
Absolutely, bro. There should be a poop version of every hip hop star from New York, dude.
And then when he meets the poop version of Biggie, he's sitting on a throne, right, with his crown.
Yeah.
And in the back, there should be this graffiti with the Biggie lyric. Now, who's the real Dookie? Meaning, who's really the shit?
Wow. And the poop, Biggie should be an actual poop from Biggie that survived all these years in the sewer.
Oh my God! Yes.
That's it. This is amazing.
And then he like spray mist them so he doesn't get hard. Like he always has someone like doing a little spray mist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
He has a whole crew around him.
Okay, so I love this. Now I just want to be sure. Remember, Academy, and I'm talking to my lawyers here. Do you think portraying all these real people as pieces of shit might be sending mixed messages that not necessarily have it be a love letter, but more of like a mocking of these people?
No, because I think that there's something to be said about not taking yourself so seriously and saying kind of at the end of the day that like we're all pieces of shit.
Yeah.
It's okay because we're all
love the piece of shit you are. That's the message.
That's all the story. That's how it ends.
Yeah, I can fuck with that. I get that.
And
I
then
relate.
at the end of the movie, during the credits, we have like a huge number with all the famous rap poops that are like rapping together, and they're like rapping that like you need to love yourself regardless of the kind of poop that you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. You are officially greenlit.
Wow.
Go make the movie.
Whoa, this is amazing. I honestly feel like we should pitch that to Netflix because that's a great idea.
Netflix, Pixar. I think Pixar might. They love that.
Wow.
They would love it.
Spam. Whoever's listening to this, spam the comments on tagging Netflix, please.
Yes, please tag Netflix. Watch them actually.
We'll sell them.
Get us up.
We'll sell the rights to this cheap, man. Real cheap.
Yeah, I'm cheap, bro. I'll sell them for whatever they give me.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, so
we did it.
I think we did it. I think our first successful movie pitch.
Yeah.
Again, everyone out there, don't steal this idea. It's copyright White Elephant Group 2020. So it officially belongs to us. I don't care what you say. These ideas are so good that if you steal them, we will come after you.
Absolutely.
And we will find you.
Yeah. So
please don't steal them.
So I guess in the comments, let us know if you would greenlight this movie and your movie idea names that we'll pitch for you next time.
Yeah. And we'll catch you on the next episode.
All right. That was episode 1 of What's Your Pitch?